How's it going, everybody out there? Good evening. It's Brother D back with another video. I'm getting off work. It's almost about 7 p.m. my way and heading home for dinner and to help kiddos with schoolwork. So I'm prompted to, what prompted this video is actually just that, my children. Being a parent is hard. It's very rewarding, but it's hard too. A lot of times we'll look on social media and we'll see that perfect family, perfect parents, perfect kids, a dog, a big house, all of that different type of stuff. But the fact is, that's really not the reality. For everybody, it's not the reality. And for us, I love my family with all of my heart. Truthfully, I have a lovely family. Got a beautiful wife, nice wife. My kids are respectable. They're awesome. But I do have one of my kids who's struggling academically right now, and you as a parent, you don't want to see your kids struggle in any kind of way. And you know that the public school system, that is, always tries to make things out to be a lot worse than what they really are, and trying to make it seem as if there's something wrong with your child instead of trying to get to the root cause and find out what can be done to help this child. You know what I'm saying? I can recall being a kid when I was young. I had a couple of issues with, paying attention in class. And I remember that the teachers would write notes home, to my grandparents saying, he's off task and he's not paying attention and things of that nature. I think it's always been that way, especially with boys. Boys are rowdy. Like, my kids are great. One of my kids, though, that boy is rowdy. He is rowdy. He doesn't like to sit down. He's all over the place. But he has his moments where he can, be calm. He's very sweet, nice, and considerate. But he just has a whole lot of energy, too. And sometimes I sit here and wonder, the teachers are like, he's not paying attention in class. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking to myself, what type of environment are you creating for the kids? What type of environment have you put in place for these children? Who is he sitting next to? I'm thinking about all of these things because I do believe that depending on where your child goes to school or who their teacher is, etc., I do believe that plays a role as far as acceleration when it comes to school. Because I can tell you, when I was in middle school, I had teachers that didn't care, and it showed that they didn't care, and it made me feel as if they didn't care about me. And I've had teachers that actually went above and beyond for me to make sure that I was able to do the best that I possibly could. Particularly a math teacher I used to have that passed away. She actually died earlier this year, and I feel terrible that I didn't get a chance to see her, because she was one of the only teachers that really acted as if she cared or showed that she cared. And that's a shame, to be honest with you, because yeah, we often say that teachers need higher pay and that they need to be respected, and I'm not saying they don't, but I do believe that some of these teachers are in the position that they're in for a reason, okay? And the higher paid teachers are actually making sure that the kids are excelling academically at a higher rate. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go paying teachers a whole bunch of money and the kids are failing and then they want to pin it on the kids. I thought the job of a teacher was to, teach kids and to actually learn behavioral tendencies that children have. You know what I'm saying? My kid's not a troublemaker at all. But I do believe that he does have a hard time paying attention and retaining a certain knowledge, you know. And you know, as I leave work, I get off and I'm thinking about this, you know, it makes me feel bad. But then I had a thought that there are some parents out here that are dealing with far worse. They're dealing with far worse. They're dealing with kids who have like terminal illnesses, who may be sick and disabled, and you know, they gotta love them equally, of course, but they're dealing with that on a day-to-day basis, and you know, all while still trying to get them through school. And I thought about that, and I'm like, you know what, you should be blessed because, you know, at least your son is healthy, and there's a chance, you know, for him to improve. And you know, me and my wife, we're thinking about this every single day as far as, you know, what can we do to ensure that we can get him better without medicating him, because we really don't want to have to take that route. Like, we really don't want to do it because, you know, we just don't want to. You know, we're not 100% against medicine, but if we can avoid it, we're gonna avoid it. We're gonna try to avoid it at least. So, you know, we figured, you know, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pray for our son, and we're gonna try our best to work with him closely. Keep our home nice and peaceful and calm. And, you know, unfortunately, we have to take away things like TV and video games and tablets and stuff like that, things that are not going to help him. We want to try to reduce as much as possible when it comes to distractions. And I'm just wondering, you know, what's going on at school, because, you know, it's kind of making my wife, you know, upset, because, you know, she feels like she's, you know, as a mother, of course, that she's doing all that she possibly can, you know, to help him. And she is, you know, she does a lot, and so do I. But, you know, being a parent definitely is hard. But I know that, you know, for the good parents out there, our kids will definitely appreciate everything that we do for them, and all of the support in which we provide for them, and the things in which we teach them, you know, when they're older. And then our hope and prayer is that they repeat that process with their own kids, you know, your grandchildren. That's how you'll know that, you know, the kids listen to you. They retained everything that you taught them, and you could just sit back and watch the fruits of your labor. You know, you don't get to see the fruits of your labor until you have grandkids. You know, at least that's what I was told, at least. But yeah, this is just me, you know, making a little vlog, you know, just voicing my mind as far as, you know, being a parent, you know, who works all the time, who works and who tries his best to spend as much quality time with his children, and who basically wants to be a part of my kids' academics. And yeah, so hopefully you all have a great day. If you're a parent, I would love to hear from you. If you're somebody out there who has a child that struggles with reading, please comment down below any advice, any tips in which you may have. We would greatly appreciate it. Love you all. Peace.